Call this meeting of the Moberly City Council to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Here.
Lucas,
Here.
Jeffrey,
Here.
Kaiser,
Here.
Kimmons.
Here.
Okay, if there's anyone here tonight that would like to address the council, please fill out the green card located in the foyer and present it to the clerk. You'll have four minutes to address the council at the appropriate part of the meeting. You all should have received an agenda in your packets. Are there any corrections or changes to tonight's agenda? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
So move. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is approved. The council minutes from the last two meetings were included in your packets. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to approve the minutes.
So move.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Recognition of visitors. Mr. Bogowski, any visitors tonight you would like to recognize?
No visitors today, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. And under communication requests and informational items, number 2.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we have a request from Greg Carroll to host the annual 4th of July 5K to raise funds for the Harrier Track Club. This is the same route as last year.
Okay, is there any discussion on this item? If not, is there a motion to accept the request?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Request is accepted. Under public hearing and receipt of bids, we have receipt of bids for the police department storage building. This item was discussed at the last work session and moved forward for approval. Is there any further discussion this item?
Excuse me, a point of order, this not have been in the work session.
Wasn't it?
Receipt of bids might have been, but not the project.
Okay. Any other discussion? Chief, I'm sorry, I didn't see you walk up there.
I blended in.
Go, yeah, I can hardly see you.
So this is the receipt of bids, and at the direction of the city manager, it was chosen to go ahead and move this through in one council meeting for the expediency of getting this project started rather than waiting another 2 weeks. We put out requests for bids for proposals. We got 3 back, or the ones that are listed here. There was 2 kinds of proposals we requested. One that was for labor only, another one was for materials and labor. As part of this process, we had already gotten a material bid from Menards. That was part of the stamp plans that were required for us to have for this project. They had the lowest bid, and the expediency came in is that we were able to get 11% rebate if we made the purchase before the end of March. So obviously, if we waited until tonight to move that process forward, we'd have lost $2,500 approximately in rebate costs from Menards. I drafted a letter and requested to the city manager to authorize us to go ahead and make that purchase. That was granted. We made the purchase, and we will receive our 11% rebate back from them. The rest of this, the bids bore it out in that Menards was the cheapest as far as their equipment bids, and then Mr. Noah Petershine was the lowest bid we had to actually do the labor portion of that. So this project is moving forward in that we should have materials on or about April 9th. And we can begin construction while they've already begun construction of the footings for the concrete that was needed to support this building. This is our evidence storage is what it's for. We actually made it a little bigger, so that's why we needed the extra footings and why the package is for the building it is. It also gives us a bigger access doors and another door, which allows us to get cars to back in and unload as opposed to the previous building. Okay, I had a question regarding
the labor and then the concrete. So you put those out for separate bids?
The concrete bid, we went and got bids, but DMC Concrete is a contract bidder for the city, so we went ahead and went with them. And the other bidder, we've had some previous concerns with, and Dustin McCormick Contract is who does a concrete bid for us. But yes, we went and got two bids for those. One was from Joss Albright, the other one from DMC. And then, of course, the equipment bids from RP Lumber, Diamond Lumber, AH Construction. We provide, or AH Construction, we had those type of costs for laborers and then all of that as well. But there was actually a notice sent out requesting proposals. We only got two back, and that was from Mr. Petershine and from AH Construction. We went ahead and contacted Diamond to see what they would do just so that we had it. Or actually, Mr. Warren did.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion? Here-
Mr. Mayor,
Oh,
so if I understand the way our meeting runs, this is a vote for receipt of bids. The discussion of the project is in the ordinance. It's later in the meeting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is.
Okay, so normally we would discuss a project in work session first, but we have it as an ordinance, so I'll save my questions for then.
okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the bids?
So move.
I have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bids are accepted. We have a consent agenda tonight. Are there any items on the consent agenda that anyone would like to remove for discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to read the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Will the clerk read the consent agenda by title one time?
Bill number R1618, a resolution approving a telecommunications service contract with Socket for the Moberly Police Department. Bill number R1619, a resolution authorizing the purchase of 3 mowers for the Parks and Recreation Department. Bill number R1620, a resolution authorizing submission of a 2024 Transportation Alternative Program grant application for sidewalk construction along North Morley. Bill number R1621, a resolution authorizing submission of a 2024 Transportation Alternative Program grant application for sidewalk construction along North Morley. Bill number R1622, a resolution accepting the bid and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement with Emery Sapp & Sons, Inc. for the wastewater treatment plant digester liner replacement. And bill number R1623, a resolution accepting the bid of Van Deventer Engineering Cogent, Inc. and authorizing replacement of impellers in Pump 1 and Pump 3 at Seven Bridges Road Pump Station.
Okay, is there any further discussion on any of these items? I ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
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 Any opposed? The consent agenda items are approved. Next, under ordinances and resolutions, number 10.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I have an ordinance authorizing the city manager of Moberly, Missouri to execute a cooperative agreement for car cruise events. Has to be read twice for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor for the reading of the ordinance signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First reading.
An ordinance authorizing the city manager of Moberly, Missouri to execute a cooperative agreement for car cruise events at the Fennel Complex with Moberly Community Betterment and the Downtown Moberly Community Improvement District.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing the city manager of Moberly, Missouri to execute a cooperative agreement for car cruise events at the Fennel Complex with Moberly Community Betterment and the Downtown Moberly Community Improvement District.
Any further discussion? Is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kimmons.
Yes.
Okay. The ordinance passes. Moving on to number 11.
Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution ratifying the city manager's purchase of building materials from Menards and authorizing contracting with Noah Peterson for construction of a police department storage building. Ask for it to be read for consideration.
Okay, we have a motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution ratifying the city manager's purchase of building materials from Menards and authorizing contracting with Noah Petersheim for construction of a police department storage building.
Any further discussion? Mr. Jeffrey?
Mr. Mayor, I have a couple of questions. Number one is this project on the capital improvement schedule?
It was budgeted for last year, yes.
It was budgeted in the CIP schedule.
I don't know where it was at, but I got a budget for it, so.
Okay.
It was discussed as part of the project, and I don't know if it's in CIP matter, or is it listed under I think it's under building maintenance.
So
It's
we,
added to our building
so
maintenance
we
line.
had the different bids, but what's the total cost of this gonna be?
We hope less than 30 grand.
No, I mean the whole building, because you've got a concrete bid
Mhm.
and you got a materials bid,
Materials bid
and then there's no
was-
electrical. There's not an electrical bid for if there's gonna be lights or
It'll be
wiring.
just lights, it's a very minor lights as far as that goes. The electrical, we've already paid for the box, it's already there for the service, was part of the when we tore the old building down, they had to have electrical set up, it's already there. So
What about security?
fence is already there,
So you're not gonna be any other security bids.
we won't need any.
So what's the total gonna be? Because I see, I mean, you got a contract that was approved for 21,000, but with the rebate, it's less than 20. Then you have 13 for concrete. What's the total of this thing gonna be when it's done?
Whatever the bid from Menards is plus the concrete, I can't add that in my head. I'm not very well.
So it's really like a $52,000 project, right?
6,000, labor, yeah. So,
Works out to about 40.
Okay.
And the budgeted amount was 62.5.
Well, I think this is the wrong way to do it. I think it should have come in front of work session. I think it still should come in front of work session. So I'm not opposed to the building. I'm sure it's necessary, but there's a structure of doing things, and I don't think this one is following that. Thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
With a motion second, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Resolution passes. Number 12.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between March 15th of 2024 and March 28th of 2024 in the amount of $1,446,646.54. As to be read once for consideration of passage.
Okay, we have a motion for the reading of the resolution. Is there a second?
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? First and only reading.
A resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between March 15, 2024 and March 28, 2024 in the amount of $1,446,646.54.
I hereby certify that there is sufficient money standing to the credit of the city of Moberly, Missouri, unappropriated in the funds identified in this resolution to meet the requirements of this resolution. City Treasurer Matthew P. Douglas. Any further discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes. Okay, anything else to come before the council?
Number 13, we have consideration for approval of a new liquor application. Mayor and Council, D. Abalingo had an approved liquor license this past year, but they've undergone new ownership, and the new owner is required to apply for a liquor license. This application has gone through the approval process, and we do recommend approval.
Okay, any further discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the liquor application?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? License approved. Next, consideration of 2 appointments to the Historic Preservation Commission.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, last meeting at work session, you considered 3 applications for the Historic Preservation Commission. Doug Sharp and Carol Lee Hazlett are off the board now, and you elected to move forward Jane Lober and Nora Monk.
Okay, is there a motion to appoint Jane Lober and Nora Monk to the Historic Preservation Commission?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Appointments are approved. Next, 15, consideration of 2 appointments to the Tourism Advisory Commission.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we advertised for the openings on the Tourism Advisory Board Commission. We did receive an application from Christina Wright, and Mike Skubik was appointed by the Chamber of Commerce to replace Sarah Graff as the representative of the Chamber of Commerce. So those are forward at this meeting today.
Okay, is there a motion to appoint Mike Skubik and Christina Wright to the Tourism Advisory Commission?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Got a question.
Second.
Excuse me, you have a question?
Yeah, Mr. Bogowski. So basically what you're saying that he was nominated by the chamber because the chamber doesn't appoint to the Tourism Commission.
That
Is
is
that what we're talking about?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let me back up. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Appointments are approved. Under 16, public comments. If anyone is here to address the council tonight, please step forward and present your card to the clerk and state your name and address for the record. You will have 4 minutes to address the council. Seeing none. Number 17, consideration of a motion to adjourn to a work session followed by a closed session to discuss the status of personnel and negotiated contract matters.
So move. Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor? Say aye.
Roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Roll call.
Brubaker,
Yes.
Lucas,
yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kaiser,
Yes.
Kimmons.
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned from regular session. Thank you for coming. Next is on the agenda is work session. So I'll open up tonight's work session. Number 1, first one up is Chief Link. We have a resolution establishing a police cadet employment program and agreement.
Yes, sir. Last January, we began our first effort into increasing our ability to locate and hire individuals when we passed the resolution that allowed us to begin reimbursements for individuals that were going to the academy and then come to work for us. We had some success. We had one individual in this last class that came to us. We was able to work a reimbursement program with him, and he's out working and doing fine. What our competitors are all doing is that they are actually hiring these folks in advance and sending them to the academy that is sponsoring them. So we did some checking around. We had some staff meetings on how we wish to proceed with that. And what we have is a police cadet employment agreement. And essentially what we're doing is that we're going to locate, interview, and hire these individuals and send them to the academy, which we will then pay them a wage to attend the academy. After some discussions in staff, we decided that travel would not be part of that, lodging would not be part of that agreement, nor would food. We will pay for the academy if they did not have enough funding sources. One of the funding sources available is the Blue Line Scholarship. It's my understanding from speaking with the folks from the academy, is that officers can still get those even though that they're hired. It has to do with a matter of the wording is that they can't be reimbursed on a scholarship, on that scholarship program if we're paying for the academy. So it looks like that most agencies are delaying actually making the payment until that application process is completed and they get a response back. And so then it's able to move forward without any problem. Now, if they can get the Blue Line Scholarship, it's a benefit to us, it's a benefit to them. We don't have the outlay of the expenses for the academy up front, and they don't have to worry about paying it back to us if something should happen. So this is what we've come up with. And so that's what we've come up with as our best opportunity to hire individuals and send them to the academies and then get them to come work for us, at least for a period of 3 years. As I said, all of our competitors are doing that already. We may be late to the game, but we're going to get in it anyway.
Okay, any discussion? I had a question. I assume you'll, as someone you accept in the cadet program, you'll do the regular
Yes. Full
process
background,
of
full process.
testing and,
Psychological exam, all that stuff is done as part of that process before we would extend them a conditional offer of employment. That conditional offer of employment would have this wording in it. We will cover your expenses as part of that. This is what we agreed to pay you as far as a salary. Now, salary is not reimbursement because we're actually paying them. So there's some little things that have to be worked through there as far as we have to assign them a new job title in the city, which we can take care of without any problem, but we can't get reimbursement for salaries.
okay,
And so, yes, all that is taken care of, full background, full psychological, all that is part of that conditional offer of employment.
okay, Mr. Jeffrey?
So the housing allowance that we have for current Moberly and Randolph County officers, that's not extended until they officially start with us. Is that
That's
correct? Thank you.
Then it would be, because that is for police officers and communications officers, these are police cadets, is what the new terminology is going to be for that hiring process, or for that job title.
Any other discussion? Are you okay moving this forward to the next meeting?
Are the officers, when they complete that
Gotta come
program,
to the
are
podium.
they required to stay employed with the city for a certain period of time afterwards? In other words, they're working out that
Yes.
program?
It's a 3-year contract.
Okay. And so what if they don't fulfill that, then how does the city go about recovering that? Say they complete a year and a half and say,
There's an agreement that prorates what they owe us back on a monthly basis.
okay. Thank you.
So it depends if they're here for, 18 months to 2 years, then there's less we're gonna pay back because we paid it back already. The only wrinkle to this is if they get hurt in the academy and unable to complete the academy, no fault of their own. We're most likely be able to recycle them back through the academy in the next cadet class, but that is not guaranteed. But that's the information that is most likely that would occur. In the meantime, we would have to find something for them to do with the city as we're still city employees.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and move this one forward to the next meeting. Next, Steve Wilson. Number 2 is ratifying costs incurred by Cummins for emergency generator repairs at the wastewater treatment plant.
Yes, this is for the backup generator at the treatment facility that went down sometime mid-fall, and it took, I think, Cummins about 4 or 5 months to get here to fix it. But the DNR requires us to always have a backup generator in place. I believe Dana Homer approved Emily to get them scheduled to get it, and then once the work was done, she turned in the purchase order to Matt Douglas, and he brought it to me and said, this large amount, we need to bring it through just so you guys can ratify the expense.
Okay, any questions, discussion? I'm just curious on the generator, is that like propane it operates off?
Well, it might be diesel.
Diesel? Okay,
But yeah, because our water treatment plant, we have work scheduled for Wednesday for it, and it also is down. It won't be this large of an expense, but it's they have to manually turn it on by hand. So instead of being able to flip something where they're not actually touching it. So
okay. Any other discussion? Are you okay moving this one forward? Okay, we're gonna move this one forward to the next city council meeting. Next is downtown parking study, Mr. Sanders.
Yes, as you recall, we wanted to study because we had some areas that were kind of congested there around the Coat Street Grill and then 4th Street. The parking's been kind of tough in there. So those were the heavy areas, but there was a lot of the downtown we wanted to look at as a whole. So some of the studies that were going to be very comprehensive and look at parking lots and things beyond that were pretty high. So keep in mind, this is a high-level aerial view conducted oversight from Walker Engineering, who specializes in like parking. They've provided diagrams which are included in your packets there, and I realize a lot of verbal, there's not a lot of visual in there, it just states of how many parking spaces. So one of the things we have is our parking lots have all been striped, our parking downtown has all been striped pretty recently. And to remove that, you can paint over that, which doesn't last very long, or getting that old paint, the new paint off is very difficult. So one of the things would be, it's gonna be probably more cost to us to go in and try to clean that old striping off right now, and then it would be to repaint it back. So what I'd like to suggest is looking at two areas, which is the 4th Street block there, Coates between 4th and Williams, and then also 4th Street, 200 block of 4th, which runs from Reed to Rollins, Coates to Reed. That area in there, those are two areas that we have probably the most issues, I would say. So suggesting that would give us a time we could go in and get that cleaned off. Our striping contractor that had done the work in there actually was not supposed to paint that area, and so he's agreed to clean that back off. So he's looking at a bead blast process, which clean the old paint off. And I'm recommending we go back in and stripe that block of Coates and the block of 4th Street there that are the most problematic areas with the new format that they're recommending here. See if we like that, how that functions, and if you like that format as we go forward and paint wears off in the other areas, then we'd clean it off at that point and move forward with this format. So just to give you some ideas of that, page 20 in the diagram there, if you wanted to scroll down and look at it, is the block of Coat Street that I'm recommending. And if you look at that north side, kind of across in front of the gymnastics and the tanning place, which is across from the Coat Street Corner Grill. There's currently 9 spaces in there. And to get the angles down to the 45-degree angle like they're recommending, and also having a 30-foot stop sign setback, which that's going to be the biggest impact in the downtown, is pushing that back 30 foot from those crosswalks.
Tom, did you say page 20?
Page 20 of your council packet, yes.
Yeah, for the,
Okay.
At the bottom of the page is should be a number on it.
it's also,
So that should show you the intersection of 4th and Coates.
20.
You can see there's several cars parked in there, but currently in that one area right there, which is the most parking spaces in that block, there are now 9 spaces right there. And with the modifications of moving that back 30 feet from the stop sign, and with the angle of spaces being 12 foot, 6 inches, I believe, on the 45-degree, and the 1 parking space handicap at the beginning, that would take it from 9 to 4 full-time spaces and 1 handicap ADA parking space there. So it's a significant reduction there, but it will be a lot more accessible, and that's going to narrow you the parking down a little bit with the cars, so you have wider drive lanes through there. On the other side of the street, you would go from 5 spaces to 3 spaces. So, and that's a lot of that has to do with just meeting our regulations of moving the parking spaces back to 30 feet from the crosswalk. So even if we didn't do what they're saying and we just made our current parking comply with our regulations, you'd lose several spaces.
Mr. Timmons.
Tom, how's the angling on this change the problem we have now where those trucks are out in the middle of the street?
Well, the farther you get out, the longer you're going to be. So moving that vehicle down at a higher angle like that is going to reduce the total distance from the back front of that vehicle from the curb to out to the street. So that if we do it this angle, The typical vehicle, they're showing that if we do that 45-degree angle, which you have to have wider spots, when you start doing a higher skew, your spaces have to move out to 12 and a half feet, basically. So you lose some spaces, but that also shrinks your distance, and it should give you 25 feet of total distance between backup vehicles between there. So you should have two 12 and a half foot lanes to work with.
Now I understand why I didn't understand. You have to have a concept of math to figure it out. Thank you.
I needed a better visual, but that was gonna cost more money, so. So, and then that's the plan for that block of Coach Street. If you wanted to move forward, we can try that, clean that off, get that put in this year. And then on page 40 of your diagram is the block of 4th Street that we're talking about.
40? Oh,
Let's see. And the main problem in there is not that it's not going to narrow the lanes up any. What it's going to do is the parking spaces had actually gotten put back in too small. They're too short of a parking space. Some of them are under 20 feet. And so your vehicles, you can't parallel park in there. Then you also have to factor in the 30-foot setback from the stop sign. So when you do that on the east side, we're going to go from 14 spaces to 11. And on the west side, we have basically a block of 6 spaces and then 2 spaces down closer to what was Merrill University. And then you would be going from 6 to 4. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, just backwards. It was 6 and 4, now it would be 6 and 2. So you're only losing 2 on that other side. But frankly, I mean, a lot of the spaces aren't utilized right now because when you get people parked in there right now, there's no way that an average sized vehicle can parallel park into that. I'm sure Austin would watch that over the years. So.
Yes.
I really don't think it's going to be I think it'll be a positive. You'll see people being able to better utilize this parking we have. One thing they did recommend, if you see on that sheet there, is 4th Street with parallel parking on both sides. If parking is full on both sides, the lanes are very narrow. So they're suggesting that, you look at, if you wanted to make traffic more comfortable through that area, is eliminating parking on one side, which we didn't choose to do that on the other block of 4th Street. We actually made that one way several years ago. I don't know if I wouldn't recommend that. I just try this format, see how it goes, and if we see there's concerns, we know we could consider all options later.
I have one question.
Mr. Kaiser.
So to make sure I understood correctly, you're saying you're not recommending we do this a one-way yet? You want to try this first? Okay.
I mean, we still have people parking on both sides and traffic's getting through there without much. I haven't heard a lot of complaints as far as.
I did not
The
either.
main complaint I get in there is I can't get in the spots, they're too small.
Right. Yep. So, okay.
Okay, any other discussion or questions?
I'm okay with
Are
moving
you okay
forward.
moving this one forward?
Yep.
Okay, we'll move this forward to the next city council meeting. And is there anything else to come before the work session? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to adjourn to the work session, or excuse me, to close session.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.